Hey friends, Don here. If you know a bit of my story, you probably know this part. I'm a former Christian pastor who now aligns with Buddhist principles and practices. That's not a very common spiritual path. And for a long time I didn't talk openly about it, not because I was trying to hide anything, but because honestly I didn't think I was allowed to be that honest. Not with myself, and definitely not with others. So let me start by saying something clearly. I'm not telling you what you should believe. I'm simply sharing where my path has taken me. You see, my journey is descriptive. It's not prescriptive. The truth is, the questions that eventually led me in a different direction weren't new. They'd been with me for years. Quiet, persistent, always sitting just below the surface. But I pushed them down, especially during my years in the ministry, because, I felt I wasn't supposed to have them. It wasn't about needing all the answers. It was the fear that admitting my questions would let people down or disappoint those who trusted me. So I kept them tucked away and carried more guilt than I ever admitted at the time. I carried that tension for a long, long time, presenting a steady, confident exterior while privately wrestling with things I didn't dare voice. But, you can live a split life like that for only so long before something starts to unravel. The weight of that inner divide wore me down slowly, quietly, until I could no longer pretend it wasn't there. When alcoholism took hold and later when recovery stripped my life down to the studs, the image of certainty I had clung to finally cracked. And beneath it all were the questions I had avoided for years. Facing those questions wasn't about rejecting Christianity or searching for something better. It was about finally being honest with myself, maybe for the first time in a very long time. Every now and then someone from my past will say something, sometimes confusion, sometimes disappointment, about where I've landed spiritually. And I understand why. They're seeing my journey through the framework that shaped their own. But understanding it doesn't make it sting any less. Those comments, they can still land in a pretty tender place. But even so, I try to meet them with compassion rather than defensiveness, because we're all doing the best we can with the tools we have. So when I talk about Buddhist principles, or meditation, or presence, or mindfulness, I'm not trying to convert anyone or convince anyone. I'm just offering an honest look at where my path has led. Nothing more, nothing less. And here's why I share any of this. I spent years feeling like I couldn't talk openly about my questions, my doubts, or the internal struggles I carried inside. So if my honesty gives someone else even a little freedom to express their own questions without fear, without shame, without pressure, then it's all worth it. Your path is yours. Your beliefs are yours. Your questions are yours. If something from my journey supports yours, I'm grateful. And if not, hey, that's perfectly okay too. Because the goal isn't for all of us to end up in the same place. If there's one thing I hope you hear in all of this, it's this. Your inner questions don't make you broken or disloyal. They make you human. And you're not alone in them. Thanks for listening, my friends. Take care.